Using the bulk importer in Thinkific is a great tool to be able to upload multiple things at once. But there are some restrictions, and rather than sitting there and being annoyed with the restrictions, let them work for you. So I want to share with you 6 tips today on how you can improve your experience in the bulk importer so you can efficiently use it and get your course ready to go. Let's take a look. Before we do, my name is Kat Sabello from The Stellar Way, and I'm an instructional designer here to help you design, create, and launch your online course. Each week, there is a new video here on YouTube, so don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you are notified of new course creation videos to help you. So let's have a look at the tips. First of all, tip number 1. In Thinkific, like many other platforms, there is a time out period where when you haven't been active for a specific amount of time, your account is logged out and then you have to log back in. Now that's normal across many platforms. When you're using the bulk importer, you are not actively in the platform, from my understanding. And so as a result, eventually there is a timeout in the bulk importer. And this is really useful to know because you don't want to be sitting there and trying to upload 100 things at once, eventually being logged out and then having to do it all again. So that's really important and leads us into tip number 2. Tip number 2 is to make sure that you're not uploading too much at once. Now this completely depends on your upload speed. It also completely depends on what you are uploading. Now, I usually do this when I'm uploading videos because my videos usually are a separate lesson, whereas my PDF files or any downloads are usually part of a lesson. So I don't usually upload them in the bulk importer. For example, right now, I have a client that has a lot of videos, and so I'm using the bulk importer to import all of those videos as separate lessons. So again, that's really important to know, is that when you upload in the bulk importer, it creates a lesson for you, which we'll have a look later in this video. So tip number 3, which is relevant to tip 1, is that when you have that time out period, what I like to do is rather than uploading videos, waiting for them to be uploaded and then uploading more, each time I do an upload batch, then I refresh my Thinkific. So by refreshing my Thinkific, I am also refreshing that timeout period. So it's really useful for me. And let me show you exactly what I do. Is that here in Thinkific, when I am in a course where your bulk importer sits, in the bulk importer, I do batch videos. So I import a certain amount at once. Usually 5 videos at once. Once I do this bulk importer, when I'm ready to upload the next batch, I then hit the refresh button up here. Or you can also press Ctrl R or Command R, and that would refresh my entire screen, for example, like this. And then that would restart my timeout period. So then I'm not in a situation where I'm going to get logged out in batch number 2. Tip number 4. What I like to do is I would use this bulk importer and then I would do other things in the background. So I really find that this is useful when I'm importing for a client and then I might be working on something different for the client. And I just let all of that happen in the background. Obviously, that's really useful for productivity and time efficiency for myself. But also what it ensures that doesn't happen is that if I was to walk away and hope that this would upload in the background, my computer might automatically go to sleep. And as a result, my upload may not continue. So I like to have it happen in the background so I can continually check on it and make sure everything's going as expected. Tip number 5, I like to create my chapters first. So let me show you. When I was in the bulk importer, I created chapters as videos were uploading, and then all of a sudden my videos were no longer uploading. So I don't like to play around or touch anything while everything's importing. And that's really important because you cannot use anything else in Thinkific, right? You cannot go in and start building your curriculum. You cannot move away from this bulk importer page. So what I find useful is that I go into the bulk importer, which again sits in the individual courses. And in the bulk importer, I would go and add a chapter down the bottom. So let's add a chapter And I'm going to call this chapter Module 1, for example. And then I'll add another chapter, and I'll call this chapter Module 2. And within my chapters, I can then go in and add my videos. So I can go and select files, or I can also go in and just click and drag them. So for example, here I have my course, and in my course I have my modules. Now I extremely recommend that you do have your course in files like this, where it is in those modules, so it's a lot easier to find your videos, to find all of the information that is for that particular module. Any downloads you want, any quizzes you want, all sit within this structure, which we'll look at soon. So if I go into my module, I can see here that there are 5 videos. Now, I might want to upload all of them at once, or I might just want to upload several ones. Okay, so I just drag them across, as easy as that. Now, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to cancel those because I don't want it taking up time. Okay, likewise, what I might be able to do is that I can drag some over to module 1, and I can also drag some over to module 2. So I can have multiple happening, which is why I like to have all my chapters ready at once. Tip 6. As I mentioned before, it's really important that you do have all of your videos in a file structure. So you have them in different folders, so it's easy to find them and simply import them into Thinkific. But what I also really like, especially if your courses are quite large or you have multiple courses, is to use a spreadsheet. And what I use is my spreadsheet, which is my course curriculum template. If you haven't downloaded the course curriculum template, you can do it from the link below in the comments. But here I have a template that helps me to be able to build my curriculum and be able to build all the content that I need for my course. So it's not just about understanding what information I have, but also creating this learning journey for my students, which is a whole different topic. And you can learn more about course curriculums in my YouTube, and I will put those specific videos down below in the description. But for this particular video, what I do have is in the final page of the course outline is here I have an area where you have the running structure of your course. So what is each lesson? What's included in each lesson? What will the student need to do in each of those lessons? Do they need to download anything? Do they need to do any tasks? Etc., etc. But the final checkbox here is for you to mark off that you've uploaded it. This spreadsheet is useful for many different reasons, but for this video, there are 2 main reasons why I recommend using a spreadsheet. First, you can mark everything off once you've uploaded that. And I don't know about you, but for me, I feel that it's great to be able to mark off a task, but also it's really useful to ensure that I've uploaded everything and to ensure that nothing's missing. Secondly, if you were wanting to move to a different platform, or if you were hosting in multiple areas, then it's really easy to pick up that whole course and put it somewhere else, right? Rather than try and find everything or copy and paste it from your current platforms. So they are 6 tips to be able to help you use the bulk importer in Thinkific more efficiently. These are 6 tips that I've learned while I've been working with clients of how I can improve my efficiency and my productivity in using Thinkific. If you have found different tips in using the bulk importer, please share them below. And if you do have any questions about course creation, or if you do want specific videos created about course creation, let me know in the comments below and I'll be happy to create them. Each week there is a new video that is available here on YouTube about course creation. So please subscribe to the channel and click the notify button so that you are notified of when a new video is available. Until next time, happy course creating!